For the last 5 years, I've invested my whole life into finding out if, in fact, the early bird does get the worm. And now because of Trump, I'm out of a job. I voted myself into unemployment.
But I need to get this off my chest. Today is the first day that I regret voting for Donald Trump.
I chose family, I chose women, I chose America. I love you.
Hello everyone, welcome back to Trending Pulse Worldwide. And if you're new here, you're very welcome. And don't forget to like, share and subscribe because we bring you the biggest trending stories. In today's videos, you'll notice that so many people are in tears because their votes ended up costing everything. And most of them are very hurt and frustrated. Well, MAGA voters are really having a rough time, and some have lost their jobs and also others are struggling to get by. And now the regret is real. So before we get into so much discussion, let's take a look at some of these videos, then I'll be back to break it down.
I never thought this day would come. Well, I'm going to regret what I did. I really regret voting for this guy. I'm working on this program for the sound power phones batteries. We're researching these batteries for these sound power phones, and they cut off our funding. It is really sad. You get to the office and they tell you, we're no longer going to fund your research for these batteries for these sound power phones. And you know what makes me sad is that these batteries were going to make such an impact on the lives of our deployed troops, especially the sailors out there. These are for vital communications on board the ships. So I truly regret now my vote. And I hope more people speak up just like I did.
I regret my vote. I never thought I'd say that, but I regret my vote. I voted for Trump. And now, in the first few weeks of his presidency, thousands of people are losing their jobs. I lost my job. I was the director of operations of bear studies. For the last 4 years, we've been studying whether or not bears in fact shit in the woods. And now it's gone. It's all gone. What am I supposed to tell my family? What am I supposed to tell them? If you voted for Trump, I don't even know what to say except fuck you. All the money being taken and all the jobs being lost. I don't know what to do.
I need you to hear me on this. I need you to seriously hear me, because I mean this 100%. I mean this. I feel this so deeply in my gut. If you voted for Trump, if you voted for him and you regret your choice, you are no better. You are no better than the people who voted for him and don't regret it. You think just because you feel guilty now that you deserve forgiveness, that I don't know, that we should embrace you. You didn't vote for him because of what you thought you were going to gain. You voted for him knowing what was going to be taken away from everybody else. You just didn't think that you would be a part of it. You thought that you were going to be protected, that you were going to be excluded. But newsflash, dummy, he doesn't fucking care about you. He doesn't give a fuck about you. He never did, which we have been saying, which everybody else has been saying. But now that it affects you, now that you are going to have to realize with these next 4 years how shitty it's going to get for you too now, you want all of us to embrace you. You don't deserve fucking forgiveness.
So, because of Trump, I just lost my job. Yeah. In fact, my entire department just lost their jobs. I was one of the head research analysts in charge of discovering how much wood could a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood. But according to our government, that answer doesn't matter anymore. I mean, all those years all that research is just gone. And you know the craziest part is now the world may never know the answer to how much wood could a woodchuck chuck. I'm sorry.
You know, I voted for Donald Trump, and now I regret it, because now, since Elon Musk took over, I lost my job. This last night in the hotel, I was ahead of the broken pencil department, and I just got word that it's pointless.
I messed up. As a Hispanic, I voted for Donald J. Trump because I thought he was going to deliver on his promises. And now I quickly realized that I have to FAFO, and the whole country will have to FAFO. And it's just ridiculous about what's going on right now. I sincerely apologize.
Well, you guys, it happened. Lost my job today after 13 years. Never thought a president could affect me this much. Never. Donald Trump.
I never thought in a million years that I would actually regret voting for Donald Trump. Listen to this, you guys. My job has been frozen. Okay, I was one of the top researchers in my department. And, you know, I never thought the day would come when an unelected person like Musk would start digging into where everyone's tax dollars are going. I thought my job was safe.
To the now former Trump supporters who are all saying that they regret their vote and they want to help, be careful, because people on the left are still fairly mad at you, and they're going to remain fairly mad at you for a while. But the ball is in your court. If you want to do something to help, show up to a protest, make a sign, tell them who you are. You are a conservative who was at a protest with the opposition of the person you voted for because you no longer support that person. That's impressive. That is a huge step that a lot of people on the left will respect. The other thing you can do is call your representative, tell them how you vote, and then tell them that you are upset and that you would like things to change and that you no longer support Donald Trump, because that is huge. We need the numbers. And while we don't have the exact same goals, we all do have the goal of we want to be free.
You know what's interesting about this whole situation is some of these MAGA voters are now coming forward begging for forgiveness and admitting they made a mistake. But the thing is, does it even matter at this point? Because for a lot of people, especially those on the left, the damage is already done. And I've come across some clips of former Trump supporters saying, I was wrong, I regret my vote. And yes, while that might seem like a step in the right direction, not everybody is willing to just let it go. And again, think about it. Whether someone is apologizing or still standing by their vote, the outcome is still the same, because now people are struggling and jobs are also disappearing, and the same policies that were put in place are affecting everybody. So for those who have been warning about this for years, it's hard to feel sympathy just because some folks finally see it at the moment. Coming to think of it, if their lives hadn't been personally affected, would they even be apologizing? Or will they still be telling everyone else to stop complaining like they did before? Because that's what makes it hard for people to forgive. It's not just about the vote. It's about the attitude that came with it, the refusal to listen, and the way they mocked people who knew what was coming. So even though some of them are finally admitting they were wrong, it's understandable why there's still so much frustration. Anyway, guys, that was my take on all this. Let me know what you think in the comments. And remember to turn on the notification bell so you never miss a video. Bye!